Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Good morning, my
Waalaikumsalam.
friends. So here we would like to present our topic about chapter 6, crafting messages for electronic media. And my name is Anissa Alfia Malia, my ID number 13.
Nama saya Tia Romani Putri, NRP 091022.
Nama saya Salsabila Usra, NRP 025.
Nama saya Eva Rizka, NRP 034.
And then for our learning objective of chapter 6 are the first about identify the major digital channels used for brief business messages and describe the non-conversational modes needed for digital media. And the second one is describe the use of social networks in business communication. The third, explain how companies and business professionals can use content sharing websites. The fourth, describe the involving role of email in business communication and explain how to adapt the three-step writing process to email message. And the fifth one is describe the use of blogging and microblogging in business communication and explain how to adapt the three-step writing process to blogging. And the first topic is major digital channels used for brief business message and non-conversational modes needed for digital media. The first about media choices for brief message. So actually, social media are not the only options available for business communication. So individuals and companies have a broad range of options for sending brief message from one or two sentences up to several pages long, including the following, for example, like social networks, and instant messaging, IM, text messaging, information and media sharing sites, blogging and microblogging, email, and podcasting. But in this chapter, we are not discussing about podcasting. We just discuss about the six for social media. So, as we know that in this era, all of things have used for all but digital. So, how about printed message? Does printed message still have benefits? And our group say that printed message still has benefits. So, we also need to use printed message. So, when we have to use it, uh, the first is when you want to make a formal impression, you're legally required to provide information in printed form. The third one, you want to stand out from the flood of electronic message. You're legally required to provide information in printed form, and you need a permanent, unusable, or secure record. And the next, compositional modes for electronic media. Actually, there are ways to succeed with written communication in virtually all electronic media by using on one nine conversational modes. The first is conversation. So I am instant message is a great example of written medium that mimics spoken conversation, but don't conversational modes to exchange large volumes of information. The second is comments and critiques. One of the most powerful aspects of social media is the opportunity for interested people to express opinions and provide feedback for evaluating and improving the branding. The third, orientation. Orientations don't give away the key points in the collection of information, but rather tell readers where to find those points. The fourth, summaries. Summaries can serve several purposes at the beginning of an article or web page. A summary function as a miniature version of the document, giving readers all the key points while skipping over details. The fifth one is reference materials. So reference becomes the way how to make the reader can access more information and it can be provided by internet. The sixth is narratives. Narratives work best when the beginning piques readers' curiosity. The middle moves quickly through the challenges faced, and the ending is inspiring or instructive and gives readers information they can use in their own lives. The second one is teasers, and for the teasers intentionally will hold key pieces of information as a way to pull readers or listeners into a story or other document. The sixth one is status updates and announcements. Post only those updates that readers will find useful and include the only information that they need. And the ninth one and the last, tutorials. The purpose is giving the customer about advice or suggestion in order to build customer loyalty for company and own personal value. That's all for the first topic, and the second topic will be presented by Atia.
Okay, the use of social network in business communication. Social networks online service that help people and organization form connection and share information. Di sini ada 3 kategori untuk social network. Yang pertama ada public general purpose. Jadi ini tuh jaringan yang berfokus pada kawasan yang memiliki basis pengguna yang signifikan. Contohnya Facebook sama Google. Yang kedua ada public specialist network. Itu jaringan yang fokusnya pada fungsi tertentu. Contohnya LinkedIn. Itu kan fokusnya pada jaringan yang terkait tentang karir dan penjualan. Yang ketiga tuh private networks. Regardless of the purpose and audience, social network are most beneficial when all participants give and receive information, advice, support, and introduction, just as in offline social interaction. Business communication use of social media. Social networks are great fit for business communication because they can reach an unlimited number of people. Some key applications of social network for business communication are gathering market intelligence, recruiting and connecting, marketing communication, fostering brand communities, location-based social networking. Strategies for business communication on social network. The norms and practice of business social networking continue to evolve. These guidelines make the most of social network for both personal branding and company communication. Choose the best compositional mode for each message, purpose, and network. Over valuable content to members of your online communities, join existing conversation, facilitate community building, maintain a consistent personality.
The third is how companies and business professionals can use information and media sharing websites. Information and media sharing sites. Social networks allow members to share information and media items as part of the networking experience, but a variety of systems have been designed specially for sharing content. The field is diverse and still evolving, but the possibilities can be divided into user-generated content sites, media curation sites, and community Q&A sites. User-generated content sites, YouTube, Flickr, Yelp, and other user-generated content UIGC sites in which users rather than website owners contribute most or all of the content have become serious business tools. As with other social media, the keys to effective user-generated content are making it valuable and making it easy. Media curation sites. Media curation is the process of collecting and presenting information on a particular topic in a way that make it convenient for target readers. Community Q&A. Community Q&A sites on which visitors answer questions posed by other visitors are a contemporary twist on the early ethos of computer networking, which was people helping each other. Community Q&A sites offer great opportunities for building your personal brand. The fourth is the evolving role of email in business communication and how to adapt the three-step writing process to email messages. Pak.
Eva ta?
Yeah.
Disuruh gantiin dulu katanya.
Okay. Email advantages. Email has been a primary medium for many companies for years, and in the beginning, it offered a huge advantage in speed and efficiency over the media it replaced. Selanjutnya akan dilanjutkan oleh Eva Rizka.
Just like what you can see in your screen, there are some of advantages of email. The first, email is anybody with an email address can reach anybody else with an email address, no matter which. Email is still the best medium for many private, short to medium length messages, particularly when the exchange is limited to two people, unlike with microblog or IM instant message. For instance, mid-sized messages are easy to compose and easy to read on email. The third, email's non-instantaneous nature is an advantage when used to compose substantial messages in private and on their own schedule, and it allows recipients to read those messages at their leisure. Next slide.
Next.
This is how we adapt the three-step writing process to email message. The first step is planning email message. Just like what we have learned in the chapter 3, planning email message is about analyzing the situation, gathering necessary information for reader, and organizing. So in this planning email message, those processes will save time in the long run because you will craft a more effective information they need and won't have to generate follow-up. The second step is, next slide.
Next.
The second step is writing email message. What should we do in this step is, first, remember when we approach email writing on email message we send to family and friends. The expectation of writing quality for business email are higher than for personal email, and the consequences of bad writing or poor judgment can be much more serious. For example, email, message, and other electronic documents have the same legal weight as printed documents, and they are often used as evidence in lawsuit and criminal investigation. The second, to capture audience attention, make subject line informative and compelling. Go beyond simply describing or classifying your message. Use the opportunity to build interest with keyword, quotation, direction, or question. For example, Julie's sale result accurately describe the content of the message, but Julie's sale result, good news and bad news, is more intriguing. So reader will want to know why some news is good and some is bad.
Next.
This is Also important, avoid emoticon for all types of external communication and for formal internal communication. And avoid those bright yellow graphical emoticon and particularly animated emoticon in all business communication. For example, to express sympathy as a way to take some of the sting out of negative news, one might use a frowny face, either the character string or a graphical emoticon such as those yellow bright emoticon. Because over the years, the use of that emoticon was widely regarded as unprofessional and therefore advised against in business communication. Recently, though, an increasing number of professionals seem to be using them only particularly for communication with close colleagues, even as other professionals continue to view them as evidence of lazy or immature writing. Next slide. And the last step is completing email message. There are some tips for completing effective email message. The first, when you request information or action, make it clear what you're asking for, why it's important, and how you soon need it to make your reader write back for details. Second, when responding to a request, either paraphrase the request or include enough words to convey the message clearly. Third, adjust the level of formality to the message and the audience. 5. Activate a signature file which automatically pastes your contact information into every message you create. 6. Never type in all caps. G. Don't over format your message with background color, multicolor type, unusual font, and so on. And last, pay attention to grammar, spelling, and capitalization.
The last topic is the use blogging and microblogging in business communication and how to adapt the three-step writing process to blogging. Next. Understanding the business application of blogging. Blogs are a potential solution whenever you have a continuing stream of information to share with an online audience, and particularly when you want the audience to have the opportunity to respond. Here are some of the many ways business are using blogs: project management and team communication, company news, customer support, public relation and media relation, recruiting, policy and issue discussion, crisis communication, market research, brainstorming, employee engagement, viral marketing, influencing traditional media news coverage, and community building. Next. Adapting the three-step process for successful blogging. 1. Plan. Before you launch a blog, make sure you have a clear understanding of your target audience, the purpose of your blog, and the scope of subject you plan to cover. 2 is write. Some tips that you can do for writing blogs. So you have to write in comfortable personal style, know your subject, and provide links. Three is complete. Let's do for evaluate, proofread, and post. Next. Fa uh, mikrofonnya.
Your microphone, Eva.
Next, it's about understanding the business application for microblogging. Twitter. Just like regular blogging, microblogging quickly caught on with business user and is now a mainstream business medium. Microblog are frequently used for providing company updates, offering coupon and notice of sales, presenting tips on product usage, sharing relevant and interesting information from expert, serving as the back channel in meeting and presentation, and announcing new blog posts. Next slide. Although microblog, just like Twitter, are designed to encourage spontaneous communication, when using the medium for business communication, don't just tweet out whatever pops into your head. Make sure messages are part of your overall communication strategy. Twitter followers consider tweets that are entertaining, surprising, informative, or engaging, such as asking followers for advice, as the most valuable. In contrast, the least valuable tweets tend to be complaint conversation between the Twitter account owner and a specific follower, and relatively avoid those action. Let the speed and simplicity of microblogging lull you into making careless mistake every message so support your business communication objective.
So that's all for our presentation
Thank
for
you.
the topic for the chapter 6. Thank you, my friend, and thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.